This is Jaden's videos. Today is June 19th, 2025, and I cannot believe it, but Michaels has their Halloween. It is so shocking because usually Michaels doesn't get their Halloween until July. Last year I think was the earliest they ever got it. It was very early July, but typically it's mid-July. Now this year we have mid-June is when they have their Halloween, which, hey, I'm all for it. I've always been under the mindset that June is a perfectly acceptable time for stores to start getting Halloween because it is summertime and fall comes after summer. So you're buying stuff in preparation for the next season of the year. So this is the first sighting of Halloween in 2025. I know At Home has stuff, but I'm not crazy about At Home stuff, so I haven't checked it out yet. I always love Michael's Halloween, so I'm very excited to see this here in the lovely month of June. It's not even the 4th of July yet, and we're already preparing for Halloween. So let's get right to it. Here we have the oh so wonderful Michael's Crafts. Thank you, Michael's, for releasing your Halloween in June. Are you guys seeing this? Because this is like heaven right now. And it's so cool to see this this early at Michael's, because there's always been stores that have released their stuff in June. At Home is one of them. Michael's has never done it before, so this is very exciting. And funny enough, here's the 4th of July right next to it. I think the most exciting thing about this is usually when Michael's releases their stuff, it's more of the smaller stuff first. We have Limax right off the bat, which is very exciting. This is the earliest they've ever had this in stores. I haven't even looked at any videos of this yet, so I don't even know which ones are here. I know about the Limax lineup for this year, but I wasn't sure which ones would be at Michael's. But it looks like we have some cool ones right off the bat here. Here we have this pumpkin one right here. It's a Ferris wheel. That is super sick. And then we have this little witch broom ride thing going on. I don't remember the names of a lot of these actually, because I haven't looked at the names in a bit. I saw them when they were released earlier this year, but I don't remember the names of all of them. But this one's pretty cool. This one, I'm pretty sure is like a Gates to the Underworld type of situation, because we've got Cerberus. This looks very Underworld-like. You've got the river surrounding it. That is so cool. This one's one of my favorites this year. This arcade, the Monster-cade. That is so cool. There's a lot of great ones this year. That's so awesome. You also have the spooky tree in the back with the eyes. You have the Full Moon Lagoon, which they do not have water in it right now, but I'm pretty sure water goes in there, and then that boat is gonna like bob around when there's water in it, so that is pretty cool. I didn't even notice, it makes sense, Full Moon Lagoon, but I didn't even notice that there's a werewolf on this one. Looks like some cemetery gates with some trick-or-treaters outside. This is cool. Ooh, I really like the fall leaves on this one. This little man-eating plant one. You have this whole facade type one. I know they like to do these. Cabinet of Oddities, that's really awesome. Laboratory supplies, super cool. Right here you have this castle. And if you guys know me, I really like medieval stuff. This one looks like it has a lot going for it. You have Cerberus on the top. Gargoyles. So cool. We're gonna wrap around to the other side here, where we have, what is this, Spellbound Books, Terrible Tales. I really like the architecture of that one. That one looks nice. The Casket Monger, that's cool. That has a very Wild West type of vibe to it. This is neat. I think this is a Vampire Hunter one, I'm pretty sure. It looks like the vampire's trying to escape there. Oh, I love this. The Count's Candy Corn Factory. This might be one of my favorites this year. I've always wondered why they haven't had a candy factory, because that's like one of the big things of Halloween. Lo and behold, this year we have a candy corn factory, and it is so cool. This might be one I have to pick up. I'm not going to get anything today. I want to wait till they start going on sale, which is definitely going to be, you know, as Halloween gets closer. They probably won't start going on sale until August, I would assume. But because Michael's does their sales very early, which is always good. So I'm going to wait on that. But this is probably my favorite one this year. This airspace one. That is so cool. It's an alien one. They have never done this. You know, I've been wondering for years, when are we going to get an alien building? It's here. Look at that, the projection on the inside. That is just so awesome. That is my favorite one. Undead Portrait Studio. You got this right here, and then you've got a little dance floor. Also, I know there is a video shop, which is one of my favorites and one I might get this year. Oh, there it is down there. They don't have it set up, but there it is. It's a video rental store, which is awesome because, I mean, horror movies are one of the biggest parts of Halloween. That is so cool. And I know it has some cool lighting effects with it too. I think this goes with it. Yeah, the drop box for the VHS, and it's got tentacles coming out with the VHS. This is neat. They've never had this before. It's an orange, it's a black tree with orange lights on it. I'm gonna look at a few more of these boxes because you never know what might be hiding in the boxes here. So we're gonna take a look at some of these. Yeah, a lot of these look like the things displayed. Oh, these are new trees. They've never had these trees before. Oh, those are really cool. Oh, those are sweet. Usually it's just these fall trees, which I do love. Those are still my go-to and favorite. But they got some new tree options this year. I mean, look at this black one with the orange lights. Oh, this is a nice fall tree. Now it's a little more realistic looking one than that one. That's cool. Some of the accessories we had last year, like those tree trunks. This is a really cool sign, the Welcome to Spooky Town. Cool stuff here. A lot of nice little accessories. I would assume this goes with the lagoon. This is pretty neat. I really like this farm stuff with the scarecrow. I might have to pick that up. That is sweet. Pumpkins for sale. Moving up, I'm mostly just showing the new stuff because of course we always have these tombstones and things every year. This guy's pretty cool. Oh, he's on the toilet, I just realized that. A little zombie boy with a zombie dog. That clown is neat. I like how he's sitting on a pumpkin that kind of looks like a clown. I don't know what is going on here. This cat is dancing. This floating Grim Reaper. There's a lot of cool ones this year, for sure. I'm just so excited to see this stuff this early. It's awesome. But Limax is not all they have. As you can see, there's other stuff too. We have yard stakes over here. A bunch of Halloween pillows, which there are some pretty neat ones, I have to say. I mean, this ghost guy with the candy corn, I love that. That is so cool. You have the little ghost, you have a girl one with a bow in her hair, and then the boy one with the bow tie. R.I.P. I love the cat. This pumpkin's also really neat. I like him. My only fear, oh, this guy's really cool too. My only fear with how they got it out so early is that by the time the Halloween season itself is actually getting into full swing in like August, September, October, that a lot of it might already be gone because they got it out so early. But I'm guessing that they're probably going to have backup stock to keep restocking each month as we get closer to Halloween, is my guess, because that's usually what would happen. And also there's so much stuff that they still have to release. Like this is nowhere near everything, because if you look on the website, there's full decor collections that they still have to release, which are coming out in July. So this is just their early drop. And they'll just pump out more and more stuff as Halloween gets closer. So that is always exciting to see, because it means we'll be able to make many more trips back here to see stuff as it comes out. Some more yard stakes. Over here is the very classic Halloween type decor. Happy Halloween. spooky trees, all the orange and blacks, the ghosts and the pumpkins. I quite like these little houses. They kind of look like candy houses. Like they kind of look like cookies in a way. That's pretty cool. Yeah, some really sweet stuff. I like this. This is cool. It says it's hand painted. That's pretty neat. I actually really like, because they haven't had a very classic Halloween. Well, they always have a classic Halloween decor section, but the past few years it hasn't been this classic. There was some kind of stuff about it that was just I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but I guess what I'm trying to say is this collection they have of the classic Halloween might be my favorite that they've had in quite a few years. I can't pin down exactly what it was last year because it is very similar, but this one's just better for some reason. I just like this one better. There's a lot of really cool stuff, such as, for example, those down there. I really like that cat. Very cool. I love this ghost with the pumpkin. That is so Halloween. And oh, that is neat. We see a lot of like coffin shelves. I've never seen a black cat one. That is so cool. Only thing is the shelf space is a little small, so it'd be hard to find stuff to fit in there, but regardless, that is really neat. Now, I'm not a huge fan of this stuff just because it's not very Halloween-y, because it's all pink. I mean, it's still Halloween due to the fact that it's Halloween symbols, but it's not classic, and I love the classic stuff. But this stuff is still really cool. This would be good for like a year-round kind of cutesy gothic decor. So I see what they're doing. It's just not my cup of tea, but there is still some cool stuff here. I definitely prefer it to their disco stuff they had last year, because that stuff, there was so many of it that wasn't even Halloween. It was like a disco ball. And I mean, they still have some here, but at least it says spooky. It was like disco balls, but they didn't even have any Halloween tie-ins to them. So I didn't really understand that. It looks like a lot of these this year are still very spooky in nature. So I really appreciate that. There is one of those coffin shelves. It looks like it has kind of a disco type feel to it to match this decor we have here. There is some cool stuff, and I can definitely see this stuff appealing to quite a lot of people. I know quite a few people who would probably be eating this stuff up. But yeah, it's cool. And over here we got a little bit more of that. This is more of like the pillows and stuff to go with that type of vibe that we just saw. That skeleton one's pretty neat. The cat, and then you have some of these kind of like fabric statues. This cat's cool, and then some classic black ones and pinks and purples and all of that. Pretty neat. I do like these ghosts up here. Very cool. This thing's neat. These are cool. They kind of have the sparkly disco look to them. Ooh, I like that one. The black lips, Rocky Horror Picture Show vibes. Yeah, some really cool stuff. And then these ghosts are pretty cool too. I like them. A lot of cool things. Ooh, I like these ones as well. And also we have some Halloween ornaments here, because I'll get to in a minute, there's a Halloween tree as well. But there's some Halloween ornaments, and over here too we have more Halloween ornaments. Sweet. And of course it wouldn't be Halloween without pumpkins. So we have plenty of pumpkins and some bigger Halloween ornaments right there. And oh, that's cool, a Halloween tree topper. It's a ghost. That's pretty neat, and it lights up. And there's also a bat one, and then you have the Halloween tree, just all black. I don't think it's pre-lit, but honestly I kind of prefer that, because I feel like they would have put white lights on it for some reason. I want some orange lights on my Halloween tree. So originally I had not planned to check out at home, but I passed by on my way back from Michael's and figured might as well see if they've got anything. Bam, and they do. Not a whole lot yet, but as you can see, there is some. They've started at least, and that is a good sign. This thing's very interesting. I thought this was gonna be glass. This is actually plastic. Little witch hat. So.
From my laboratory in the Castle East.
Ooh, it feels nice to hear that song again. So some candles. I was talking about real scented candles, Basic Witch, Let's Go Ghouls, and Feeling Spooky. And then you have these big fake candles. Some cool things, some haunted houses up there. See what we got here. Little cutesy skeleton, cutesy pumpkin. There's a lot on the top shelf, as you can see, which I can't get to, of course. But we can still see it, see what it looks like. Man-eating plants are cool. I like that skeleton on the tombstone. You got some stuff up there. That house is really neat. That looks like a New Orleans style house, kind of. Really cool stuff. Of course, we have like skulls and such. It is so shocking for Michaels to have more than At Home in June, because typically Michaels doesn't get their stuff till July. At Home is usually the first place. So Michaels pulled through this year, but here we have pumpkins. It's just so exciting to see this stuff again and know that Halloween is coming. Got this guy again. It's just so exciting. I cannot believe fall starts in literally only 2 months. That is so crazy to think. The year has flown by, and I'm here for it. I'm so excited. Some mugs, wreaths. Got some stuff here. These are actually really cool. I'm not gonna lie, I like these. These are pretty neat. Some Harry Potter stuff, interesting. I noticed it's a little sporadic where this stuff is, but I noticed they have these too. Oh, that is really cool. Oh, that is awesome. It's a blood soap dispenser. That is sick. It's like a blood packet. That is so cool. There's also this one which lights up. Wow, these soap dispensers are cool. I've never seen such cool soap dispensers before. Some really cool ones. And of course, looking for Halloween stuff in June, we are bound to see 4th of July, because 4th of July, oh, she just said it on the intercom. 4th of July is our next holiday, which is only 2 weeks away, right? Yeah, 2 weeks. And then after the 4th of July is over, then you know that Halloween is going to be creeping into all stores, because that's usually how it works. This is just our little early taste prior to the 4th of July, but as soon as the 4th of July is done, Halloween will take over as it is the next holiday. Here's some fall stuff. Just wanted to look at this because I knew they'd probably have it. Some nice candles, apple. I'm sure these smell great. I don't really want to do it right now because I'm gonna have to put the camera down. I'm gonna try this one though because it's pumpkin spice. Oh yeah, I just need to get that whiff of pumpkin for the first time this year. First smell of pumpkin 2025. There's a few things here. These are like are these? I can't tell if these are glasses or vases. I don't really know, but they're cool, whatever they are. And then there's more fall candles. A lot of them. I like these ones that are shaped like pumpkins. Oh, and some Halloween specific ones too. I didn't even see these. Spine, skull. A lot of these are the bleeding ones, like the heart and stuff, which they have every year. And there again we see 4th of July. And over here are the biggest things they have already is the skeleton groundbreaker, which it says it's blacklight responsive. That's pretty cool. And then this dragon statue right here. Take a look at him. I've been seeing some people posting about a pumpkin groundbreaker that they're getting too. I don't see it here yet, but I am looking forward to seeing that once it comes. So that's going to include our first Halloween hunting trip of 2025. Cannot believe how early it is. I've seen Halloween in stores this early before, but usually it's just at home. Never Michael's, so that was a big shock, and I'm very happy and excited about that. But hey, like I said, summer's waning on. Fall is next. Fall is the next season, and Halloween, after the 4th is over, is the next holiday. So it's definitely not too early. We're prepping. It's prep time. Halloween's coming up fast, and I'm excited. Like I said, once the 4th of July has passed, so many more stores are going to start getting their Halloween, and we are going to be here to take trips and look at it and just prepare for Halloween in general. Fearville preparations are well underway, and we're going to start building the haunt in only a couple of weeks here, right after the 4th is over, so I'm very excited for that. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember that here lies Halloween.